Okay, so these styrofoam balls and popsicle sticks are suspended by what?
The elastics.
It's magic!
No, Mama, it's science.
Tensegrity moves us all. In other words, what keeps us from collapsing to the ground while walking, running, etc. It is our musculoskeletal system and its ability to counteract the forces acting on it. This is the key. The entire system keeps all the joints, from the spine to the limbs, healthy by using tensegrity. When we get injured, we tend to focus on just the injury, but the real therapy is in recognizing that keeping the whole body moving correctly will heal the injury exponentially faster. Today we're going to focus on biotensegrity, tensile integrity, floating compression if you will, and how the body as a whole with every part works together to make big tasks like carrying a 1,600-pound animal possible. When you think tensegrity, think support, suspension, strength. They even use these types of systems in space. That's how strong they are.
Mama, why are you using Henry's toy?
Well, that is another example of tensegrity. So go ahead and crush it again. Now watch what happens. What happened?
Just pop up in bullets.
This baby toy is a great example of tensegrity and how the muscle tendons, ligaments, fascia, and aponeurosis work together and use their elastic potential to both suspend the skeleton and prevent the bones from touching. The colorful pieces of wood are the bones, and the elastics are the muscles, tendons, and ligaments. When one of these elements is off, it disrupts the highly efficient system, and you end up with layers of compensations that could lead to the end of your horse's career. The muscles do much more than propel the body upwards and forwards. They literally keep us from falling apart. Keeping this knowledge in mind will save your horse unnecessary pain and yourself a massive vet bill. So this is the first step, learning about tensegrity. When you become mindful of your balance and your horse's balance, it will change the way you approach riding and handling your horse. This new mindfulness your horse will truly appreciate. This is a model I built. I was delighted to see it work. The popsicle sticks resemble the long dorsal spine processes of the thoracic vertebrae, the wither. I needed to use my hand to hold them up, and it was exciting and fascinating to put this together. With each elastic string, the crude model was coming to life. The vertebrae began supporting itself even with elastics just on one side, but of course they flopped side to side, and I still needed to hold them upright with my hand. When I put the elastics on the other side, the weight of the vertebrae was being suspended by the elastics mirroring each other and working against each other, counteracting the force of gravity pulling down on the styrofoam balls and the popsicle sticks. The elastics represent the muscles of the longissimus dorsi and the multifidus muscles. By copying the pattern of the fascicles of the longissimus dorsi system, I put the elastics going forward, oblique, and down, and the multifidus system, the elastics are going backward, oblique, and down. I created it based on the horse's thoracic vertebrae 9 to 15 because this is the most crucial part of the spine in terms of force management. Basically, lateral bending and transversal rotations occur between the rider's upper thighs when riding. The horse creates lateral bending between T9 and T16. The horse creates transversal rotation between T9 and T14. When the horse coordinates the lateral bending with the transversal rotations, it looks like this. I was delighted that replicating the muscles insertions on these pretend vertebrae provided a very close resemblance to how the horse moves correctly. I used the exact same length strings on both sides, so in reality, no horse would be able to stand with a spine this straight. Only in motion do they come to this kind of straightness. When I use my hands to bend the spine laterally, the tops of the popsicle sticks point towards the direction of the bend. So left lateral bend and the sticks point to the left. This is correct rotation. When the horse is able to create this evenly on both sides of the spine in motion, this creates longitudinal flexion. The spine lifts. This is the balance. This is the self-carriage. This is the lightness that they must master to be ridden. In my next video, I'm going to build the same model and intentionally make one side of the model strings a bit shorter to demonstrate how muscle and balance will create inverted rotation. Miller Pine Meadows offers online programs, classes, clinics, lessons with a focus on injury prevention for both horse and rider, balance, lightness, and self-carriage. Contact us today for more information about Northern Lightness Dressage for your journey to balance awaits.